So we got the official announcement today. Schools have been closed for the rest of the year. I'm on the fence. I'm really not sure how I feel about this. I don't know how the kids are going to feel about this. I've not.
That's why I'm wondering, because some people are saying their kids are very sad and crying over it, and I'm thinking back if I was a kid, I've been like ecstatic that I wouldn't have to go back to school.
I would have been also. But they've already been out of school for so long. It's almost been as long as like a regular summer vacation. I think they're going to be sad. So we'll see. So there's that. That's not fun news today. And it's going to be weird too, though, because the email I read from the superintendent said they're all going to pass into the next grade, but they're also all going to be with new teachers. So there's not going to be like any closure for this year or anything like that. And that's going to be hard. So they're just going to like throw them into a new year.
That's kind of cool, though. They get to automatically pass.
She's going to be like, it is. It is cool. Thinking on this topic. I'm still on the fence about it. It's going to be interesting when they go back for sure.
Yeah. See, when I was their age, I was actually, believe it or not, an introvert. I didn't change and bloom into extrovertedness until 10th grade. So for me, it would have been like, oh, I get to be alone in my room or in my fort watching whatever I want to watch on my TV. And I don't have to do any homework.
I mean, they're like that to a point, and then when they get sick of each other, they're like, Mom, we miss school. So they're kind of also on the fence. They like it and they miss it at the same time. I think what it is they like being around other people. No. The only thing we've really done was going to go see my mom, make sure she's all right and stuff, and we pretty much spend the entire day outside when we go do that, so. Which is nice. It's, outside.
I'm just wondering if they can see Jackson's house from somewhere and they can give like a light signals or something, or shoot like a sparkler to try to talk to each other in code that they can make up for one another.
I keep trying to go get them to write chat messages in the sidewalk to they've got like 4 different friends on the neighborhood, on the same street as them. And I keep trying to get them to write messages in chalk on the sidewalk. Like, how awesome would that be? Like, no, we don't want to do that today.
They have to have on their terms. They're pretty much cats.
Pretty much, yes, they are. Very, very much cats. That's a very good description.
When people check on me and how I'm doing at home, working remotely, I'm like, it's fun, but at the same time, 2 cats equal half a toddler. Just today, during a Zoom meeting, Clover decided, because she gets very frustrated sometimes and has to act like a bad girl. And she decided to jump in the background and grab the acoustic panels from the wall and try to tear them off the wall during a Zoom meeting with my coworkers.
Oh. You can really stop the Zoom meeting. Right?
We have a visitor, I see.
Yes, she's creeped down from the basement.
Hello. How you doing?
This is her. She's had this hairdo for about a month now.
I feel you. Mine's bushing out too. I've been putting coconut in my hair every night so I can try not to get too knotted. That's my hair's natural state is a knot. And I get haircuts to try to fight it.
Do you have anything to say?
Bye.
Bye.
What are your thoughts? What do you think about the virus? Womp womp.
My hair is like a mountain.
What else do you think about it?
Because it's so frustrating and boring and I feel hot. And it's yummy.
I don't know. You're bored? Is that what you said? That's a 10-year-old's perspective for you.
Excellent. We need those perspectives.
I'd say, well, accurate for most of it, actually. Right? All right, there's Squirt. Thank you for your input. Hop on back in bed.
How's the balance? How's the balance between homeschooling them and you doing your own schooling, actually?
Better-ish. That's really hard, to be honest with you. Like, when I'm in the zone for them to get their work done and they're also in the zone, we get a lot of their work done. Like, we can finish in half an hour if we're all in the right mood. And then when I'm in the zone to get my work done, everything else gets, dropped because I'm sitting here actually writing and thinking and writing things down before I lose the train of thoughts. On days I do my homework, it's like a bomb went off in here. It's ridiculous. So, and 9 times out of 10, our kitchen table is covered with not only my school, but now their school. So it's fun. There's not much balance there, but sometimes we get it done. It is what it is, I guess. I think I should be able to finish my classes by Sunday.
Yay!
I think. I know. Not really sinking in yet. Last semester, dude. Last semester.
I have three more Zoom classes and one paper due on the 18th. And luckily, the next class, my professor's going to cover what I'm going to write about because we have 3 options, 3 different models to write about, and he's going to cover what I need to write about in the next class. So he records them, so I get to play them back, and he gives out notes. So I'm probably going to base it mostly off of that and at least quote some of the reading just to make it look really good.
Right. My classes don't have notes. Just read the chapter and apply it to your analysis paper. I'm like, okay, sweet.
We usually do readings and
Sounds awesome, though.
We have to like post an observation or question, and then we have to respond to each other for the online part, and then we have the in-class discussion.
We do. I hate online discussions with a passion. Are you beginning to hate them, or do you like them?
It depends. In this class, I don't get a lot of responses on my stuff.
No?
We're in Greek mythology, I did at least, but this, I think, well, the professor and I talked about this. I'm outside the box because I came in after taking a lot of edX classes on different religions, where his class needs to be focused on the 3 main Abrahamic religions. But I gotta say though, the other students are getting kind of feisty with some stuff in the last weeks and want to talk about other things. Take us a little bit more off topic.
So I'm enjoying when the other students are feisty with each other. You know what I mean? Like watching people's back and forth, that can be enjoyable.
That does happen because it's actually a religion
I don't know.
philosophy class, so that does happen in the class.
Believe it or not, that actually happened quite a bit in my discrete math class. Like the discussions in that class were intense. Mostly because nobody understood the material and everybody was mad that they couldn't understand the material.
So let's be mad at each other.
Right. It was intense. But that's my class that I have to take over the summer, and it's not going to be pleasant. So pray for me. I do not say that word, that phrase. You know how not religious I am, but friend, when I take this class again, pray for me.
I'll write it down on a piece of paper and attach it to a lantern and launch it. I'll do it the Chinese style.
Yes.
and hope the lantern doesn't set itself on fire. I think
my goodness.
I definitely think I'm going to be getting a B in this class because I've done all the homework and been to every class, but my essays are not the strongest only because I'm very new how to write philosophy material. I really should have taken an intro to the philosophy class before I took this class, but I was like, well, I'm here now. I might as well just keep going. I'm going to see it to the end.
With you, you're like, oh, I knew that. Oh, I should have known that. You know, but sometimes they're kind of a waste of time. It's better to dive right in. I would say philosophy, definitely. I don't think I ever had to take any like or anything like that.
I had books about a thrift store, and my dad's very philosophical, so we'd have conversations like that. So I have some experience, but in a classroom setting, that was new. Especially that, like, every university...
I think it's a lot different.
And I think the content and the way it's delivered is going to be different for every professor, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of philosophy is also history, I think, too. So that's an odd combination. So it's outside a classroom setting.
I like when the philosophers write a response to another philosopher, and that philosopher writes another response to the other philosopher. It's like a rap battle. It's like my favorite part about it.
Yeah.
That's not what I really meant, man. You took me out of context. This is how I mean it. So, unfortunately, Cornell had to cancel a lot of summer classes and or move the classes online. And unfortunately, both classes that I was interested in taking this summer have been canceled.
Aw. No, I just realized I didn't even think of that, if Empire would have been canceled or not. But considering I'm already signed up for discrete, they're not canceled. So I didn't even think of that.
Because I'm like, well, it's like I'm not at the point where I'm in a degree program for employees yet. I'm still doing continuous education, which gives me more room to do whatever I want with classes, which is really nice. Yeah. And I like being there. But what I'm thinking about doing this summer is I might be doing the Photography Institute classes online and work on my photography.
Ooh. That sounds fun.
Yes. So that might be my goal. So if you were not already impressed with my photography, it's gonna get real.
I was really excited when I found those barn pictures in that one shop in Owego. I was like, yes, it exists. Hope needs to do it. Barn porn is a real thing.
So, but this Sunday, I'm probably going to drive out to a cemetery, whatever one's going to be open on Sunday. Apparently, some cemeteries are closing on the weekends. I really don't know how you close a cemetery, but they're finding a way to do that. Besides, besides like the lock and the gates, that's pretty much it. But you can still find ways to get into the cemetery. So I'm gonna find one to go to on Sunday. Have a photography adventure.
It's not raining.
It's supposed to drizzle a little bit, but that's nice and dramatic for cemeteries. As long as it's not a downpour, then it becomes dramatic for me.
Fair enough. Yes, it does. Like today, what was up with today? It was gorgeous out all day, and then it just poured. Did you see that?
It was on and off for me here.
Even the weather.
Because last night we had a really bad downpour, and then today it's like the weather looked like it was going to rain, then it was blue sky, then it looked like it was going to rain again, it was blue sky, and just around 6 o'clock today, I was on the couch, and I'm like, the lighting's very dramatic in the house right now. What's going on? And I looked outside. We didn't get any downpour again, just the dramatic skies.
I think it just stopped here. It's been going hard.
Well, maybe it's coming my way pretty soon.
Maybe. That's fine. The kids got 2 hours of outside time. They took a bucket of soap and water and sponges and my Swiffer duster. They scrubbed the crap out of their playhouse. I was like, okay. They made a huge muddy mess doing it. And I was like, you know what? If that's what you want to do, you go right ahead and do it. You want a bucket of soapy water? Here. I'm just going to go ahead and lock the back door now. And I did do that from hearing that. But they came around the front, so it didn't really work.
The practice in disinfecting, I guess.
Indeed. I mean, they won't do real inside chores. They will clean their playhouse, though, so I guess it's fine.
Priorities. It's okay.
Yeah,
I have to push myself to do my own chores in the house.
I mean, I get that. I don't want to do chores either, so.
It's like in the morning, I'm like, oh yeah, I have to clean the cat box again.
Are the cats sick of you yet?
Clover has become over-attached to me. She's gone back to the way she was when she was a kitten. When I first found her, she would follow me around everywhere. So she's gone back to that state of, where are you going? I need to follow you. Oh, I gotta lay next to you. Oh, I gotta be in the office with you. I have a little cubby area where she's got one of her cat beds and some toys, and she sleeps there usually during the work day. And she's got this weird habit now, is that she'll do whatever to grab my attention and I'll follow her. And then she just lays on a carpet with her belly up. Like, that's that. She drags me for what I'm doing. Sometimes she wants me to pet her belly, and sometimes she just wants me to lay down right next to her and do the same thing. And you get to the point.
Right with that.
Yeah, you get to the point. Get a point. You're like, okay, I'll do this for a little bit. She just turned 7. She just turned 7, and I bought both cats a water fountain that has stainless steel top they drink out of, so I don't have to worry about them getting chin acne from plastic. and they have elevated food dishes because I'm hoping Clover again has the pukes at least twice a week. It wouldn't be so bad. It wasn't the fact it's hard for me to find any always step in it.
Ugh, gross.
Yes.
Biscuits like that every now and then.
So I
Every
gotta,
now and then. Not a lot.
it's so yucky. It makes me
It's not a
gag.
fun game. Yeah. All right. Let's find the animal bot.
It's like an X-Files episode. You're out there with a flashlight with all the lights on, like inspecting everywhere. I heard it. Where did you hide it, cats?
Well, it's not. Well, in your house you probably could, but in my house, it's not like you can turn on all the lights at 4:00 in the morning or whenever they decide is a good time to do that.
Yes. It's always
Honey,
around
wait,
those
you're looking by the
times
light.
too. They don't do it during the
Right.
day. They do it in the middle of the night. It's like
Nope.
it's like I'm bored right now. I'm just gonna go puke.
Pretty much. Sometimes I wonder. Or they just ate too much.
Oh, Clover eats so much, but she's such a big cat, big boned and everything. And Verna's just normal Verna. Like, she sleeps with me, and then she'll come out to eat. She'll look at me, see that I'm still here, and then go back to the bedroom and fall asleep again. And I had to force Verna, actually, to go out in a catio when it's nice. Because it's like, you need sunlight, and she'll act like a gamer who just came out of their basement or something and start being like, what is this crap? I want to go back inside. Except for yesterday, she came out while it was heavy raining. While it was heavy raining, and she looked at the weather, looked at me, and then just went back inside. She's like, nope.
Biscuit does the same thing. If it's raining even a tiny little bit, that dog will he'll walk backwards from the front door. He's like, no, not even a little. I'm done. He will hold it all day until Pat comes. If it's raining, he won't do it.
Oh, he has to do it with Pat in the rain? Oh, that's so adorable.
Sometimes Pat will take an umbrella with him, and he will only go in the rain under an umbrella. I won't do that.
Biscuit's a little
I'm
diva.
So he is very much. He's a meatball diva.
Yeah, Clover is very, has to have my attention. Has to have my attention, has to have my attention.
There's always one. The one section I really wanted to do, though, was the meme of the day.
Yeah.
Did you find any good ones?
I think I shared some on my page I thought were pretty good. Let's bring it up.
Did you? I'll have to go back. Have you posted the GIT thing?
Okay. So it's a
I thought this was really funny.
What one?
The one with Lisa Simpson. And the one that says, oh my God, I was dying. Pay attention.
Concentrate.
That's like my life there. Listen, it was aliens. Hey, pay attention.
You gotta be like, it was aliens.
I got pigeons from the movie. Have you ever seen the kids' movie Bolt?
The dog?
It's about a dog who went, yes, with the lightning on his side.
I think I saw little bits and pieces of that.
He keeps running into these stupid pigeons every time in the movie, and they put a movie theme to him, and the one at the very end is aliens, and it's great because they have like the perfect voices for it, so I could just hear it in their voices. Listen, aliens. It's ridiculous.
They're a good scapegoat, though. If, like, you can't explain anything, you're like, it's just aliens. And that's it. We don't talk about it after that. You don't even have to believe in it. You can just blame it on it. So here's one I found. It's a person dressing up as a plague doctor for the 17th century. It goes, roses are red, I seen with good vocals. Police hunt man dressed as 17th century plague doctor who's been terrifying locals.
I think I saw that one. That's a good one.
You know, I wonder if there's a meme page dedicated to the situation. I never looked at that.
That's a fair point. I almost looked it up today and I forgot to.
See, you sent that mental energy to the aliens and then he sent it to me, so it's still your idea.
Excellent. We can go with that.
Oh, here we go. And COVID-19 memes, and the icon is toilet paper.
Perfect. Are you just on Google or Facebook?
I'm on Facebook. You're gonna like this one. This one has Robert Downey Jr. in it. The one he's going like this, going into like the car, right? When you work at a bank and two guys with masks come in, but they're just robbing the place.
Nothing like that popped up for me. Did you type it in the search bar?
Yes. Let's see, can I invite you? Is that a thing? It's got to be a thing. Let's see. Invite your friends.
I typed in COVID-19. Not coming up.
All right, I'm sending you an invite.
Oh, there it is. Ah.
I'm sure things will be back to normal by July. July is like a scene from 4th of July, the movie, the spaceship.
I saw that one. Just saying, nobody say it's gonna go back to normal, please. You're gonna frickin' jinx us all. Okay, here's a good one. Me getting ready to go on Zoom for something that should just be an email.
A little girl brushing her hair. People at work are actually literally Zooming each other just so they can have human conversation. That's literally has been the end of so many meetings. It's like, so should we have these weekly, bi-weekly? And they're like, this is my interaction with human life right now. I need it weekly.
I'm totally with none.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm a hermit.
I feel like I get just as much interaction as I did before this because with the gyms closed, I've been taking long walks around my neighborhood and I now like know everybody in my neighborhood now. They're constantly waving and trying to have conversations with me. And then I have our messenger and I have the group messenger of other friends and we've done video chats like this. It's like I actually feel like I have more face-to-face interaction than I did working long hours in my auditorium.
You probably do. Sometimes I just don't go outside because it's too people out there. Like on days where it's 65 and sunny out and everyone in the neighborhood is out, I'm like, I don't want to go outside.
Oh, you love to hear what happened to me today.
Terrible.
What I'm going to say, it's not to criticize the person, I get it, but I still thought it was hysterical. I'm walking around my neighborhood with a telephoto lens to take pictures of birds. That's all. And my camera is literally up, pointing up at a tree, at a bird, and this guy comes out on his porch. I heard the screen door open and close. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing taking pictures of people's houses?" And I'm like thinking, I'm pointing up at a tree right now. What? Is he talking to me? I was just like so confused. I looked at him and I'm like, I'm taking pictures of birds. He's like, what? I'm like, birds. I'm taking pictures of birds. I pointed up at the tree, at the bird. He's like, oh, and then he goes back inside. Like, that was it. I'm like, I'm so confused. I was even pointing to the house, and I was just pointing up to the sky. He's probably like the one person in the neighborhood who's never met me too.
No. You're
Everybody
probably just in quarantine too long.
Everybody has to be like, oh, it's just Hope. She's gone around with her macro lens and all this stuff. She takes pictures, is what she does. This guy, though, he must have never seen me before. I've even befriended my neighbor's pet pig, Trigger.
Don't know. It's insane.
I found humor about it, and then I was like, well, at least he asked. It wasn't like he called the cops, and then the cops would look at the photos to see it's just birds. Like, that would have been even worse for that guy. Can't get me arrested for a colonel.
No, it's not like you're trespassing or anything either. Just
No,
minding your own business.
standing in the road.
I don't know. I'm walking here.
Let's see, and then I set up more bird feeders in my apple tree, so now I'm getting more variety of birds. So ever so often I'm going out on the porch with the camera, take picture of birds, and go back inside. So I have more creativity when I'm home.
I'm still a bird feeder, but the only thing that eats out of that are the squirrels.
Ooh, do you get the cute fat ones?
Crafty little things. No, we just get the annoying ones.
I only see squirrels around here when the apples are starting to fall off the tree. And usually
Fair
it's
enough.
the crappy...
I usually see them more in the fall. Yeah.
It's usually the crappy apple, so I don't mind them taking those.
Here, you can have them.
It's my gift to you, nature. Other than that, I've been actually enjoying this moment because at this point from late March till late May, I would have been working a lot of overtime. Juggling. I would have been juggling.
Like you're busy.
Yes, a cappella concerts, events, commencement events, finals, and then regular classes in my auditorium, then my own class I take. It's like I've never in my entire career have had so many evenings and weekends available in a row.
It's gotta be weird.
It is, especially that I'm going to actually have a 3-day weekend for Memorial Weekend. That's usually Cornell's commencement weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So that's even more crazier. I've never had a 3-day weekend for Memorial Day, even before Cornell. When I worked for WBNG, I'd work that weekend.
That's awesome, though. What are you gonna do?
Well, assuming we can leave our houses more often, maybe I'll finally buy a grill or something. I don't think we'd be at the point I could invite
I
people
don't
over
think
for
they're gonna be able
grilling.
to do that. I mean, they just shut down the school, so I don't know if there are gonna be less restrictions soon or not. That's kind of what I'm thinking, which kind of sucks.
I guess today, Broom took off the non-necessary ban. So like you can go out more often, but you still have to stay home as much as possible and wear your mask. So it's like when you're a teenager and you're like, you can drive our car now, but you need to be back in a reasonable hour.
Hmm. So now we have a curfew instead of the.
That's what it feels like.
Gotcha.
It's like the band's off, but don't do much.
Right. We only have till 9:00.
If not, Mom's gonna come find you in her robe with a flashlight, knocking on the doors of the cars.
Hell, are you kidding? Moms all have GPS on their kids' phone these days.
That's so like
Can be
I
easy to
get
find.
it. Like that's cool in case your kid literally goes missing. It's a good tool, but I feel like if I was a teenager in this era, that would freak me out a little too much.
Oh, absolutely. Indeed, it would freak me out. But it is there. The option's available. I mean, for Kay, I might use it. She tends to go wandering. She likes to play hide and seek in the school kitchen without telling anybody what she's doing, so there's that. She needs one of those GPS watches. Forget about the phone.
Mom watch.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, that day gave me about a heart attack and a half, let me tell you. What? I was just playing hide and seek. God.
Didn't you know that, Mom? It's automatic with me. You should always know that's why I'm playing. Come on.
Seriously.
So I got a Ship It account, which works for Weiss, CVS, Target, what else? And one of the pet stores. But the 2 times I've used it so far is for Target delivery. And it's really nice. It's like more communicative and more together than Instacart is, and they're not as popular in this area, so you're more likely to get what you need within 2 days, and you get to choose the delivery times and stuff like that. So anyway, Target gives paper bags, and oh my gosh, as soon as I had one emptied, the cats went insane. I didn't even get the chance to pick it off of the floor. They were in it, messing around with it. I'm just like, okay, that's your bag now. I'm not touching it.
The same thing happened with the boxes of Girl Scout cookies, let me tell you. I finally got rid of all of them that we were going to go door to door with around the neighborhood. We couldn't do that because, like, the week after we got those cookies, everything shut down. So I had to get them out of the house. And the moment the boxes were empty, the girls went nuts with them. They started like cutting them up and painting them and going insane with all the crafts. It was like, oh, okay. Why do I buy toys? I could just get boxes and crafts and you guys would be fine.
I loved playing with boxes as a kid. In fact, I used to have a zucchini as a a toy doll. That was my doll, a zucchini. Every time I went to Giant, I got a new zucchini, and I would draw a face on it and wrap it in a blanket or a towel, and that would be my baby doll for a couple of days until Mom's like, okay, it's going to start rotting soon, let's eat it. And then they buy me a new one the next week. And I asked my mom, I'm like, so why did I do that? She's like, I don't know. She's like, you just did it. I was like, okay. She likes zucchinis.
Kay likes the idea of pet rock. It's not the same as a zucchini, but it works.
That's
It's a
such
thing.
that is such my mom though. It's like, okay, my kids got something weird going on. That's okay. Let them be weird. Let them do their thing. Whatever.
Let them do it. Is it hurting anything?
It was teaching me to love my vegetables.
There you go. Hey, zucchini is the best vegetable, so there's that. I'm looking at my list. We've pretty much done everything.
Really? Did we do conspiracy theories?
The aliens.
The aliens.
Yes, we
And
did.
then there's people who think that this virus is caused by 5G network.
Oh, stop.
Yes, it's a thing.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding.
That's a thing?
That's a thing. They think 5G is too strong and
I
gives
don't
out
understand.
radiation poisoning that weakens our immune system, so that's why we're getting sick.
I don't understand. People freak out more about 5G than they do 4G.
Because it's a number more.
Like, I don't understand that. Because it's a higher number, or like,
The number
it's the
5 is
aliens.
scary, okay?
the only thing I do. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know there's like a lot more conspiracy theories surrounding 5G. I just didn't look any up. But I know that's totally a thing.
Because, well, you know what? It's probably because the 5G is making things faster, so now we can make up more conspiracy theories more quicker. I'm going to guarantee when we get up to 6G, we're going to be like, everything's going to be conspiracy theory, everything, everywhere.
When we get up to 6G, people are going to start saying that there's already microchips implanted in their bodies. That's what's going to happen.
Well, if that's the case, mine needs a tune-up, and I need to talk to who my agent is.
Same, friend. Same.
Or can I just get an
I'm in
upgrade?
dire need of a tune-up, so.
It's like, we will
The show Altered
volunteer.
Carbon.
We will volunteer a firmware update. We will not fight it.
I will not fight it. Have you seen the Netflix show Altered Carbon?
Can you repeat that? What one?
Altered Carbon.
No.
You don't have Netflix, do you?
I do have Netflix.
It's one you would really love.
That's
you do?
how I know about Tiger King.
Oh, you should watch it. Oh, fair enough. That's true. We will discuss Tiger King momentarily. However, I will probably die before watching Tiger King. But Altered Carbon, you would really like it because it's all the sci-fi stuff. And they do that. They like the body is called a sleeve, and they keep their memories, but they keep on switching sleeves, and it's really cool. I can't describe it because I've only seen like a few bits of it, but Patrick watches it, and it's a good one. That's a good one to binge watch.
I'm going to run out of Mystery Science Theater 3000 pretty soon, so I need to find something else to watch on Netflix.
Did you end up finishing Tiger King?
I did. I watched it all one Friday evening to Friday night a couple weeks ago.
Ugh. I will not.
So
You cannot duct tape me to a chair and confuse me.
so my perspective is it was a documentary, and it was actually for the method of documentary, it was well done. It was just balls to the walls content. It's like if you took all the seasons of Jerry Springer and you organized them in 3 different groups. you had
Mhm.
Tiger King. Like, the three
Oh.
tiger owners or zookeepers, whatever they want to call themselves, rescuers, they all belonged in their own little category of Jerry Springer.
What about Jerry Springer and Maury?
There was no DNA test brought up for anybody's kids, so Maury probably wouldn't fit in at the moment, but who knows what they cut out.
Hey, there could be deleted scenes, man.
And there's some stuff
I don't know.
they cut it for a specific way for reasons. Like, this one guy was used to help catch Joe Exotic in trying to hire somebody to kill the Carol lady, whatever her last name is. I don't remember. Starts with a B. And the reason the USDA for agency was able to get him to cooperate is because he didn't have license for his pet lemur. And I'm like, that's it? Like, what? So there had to be way more going on about that. And I was taking video on my cell phone of all the random stuff that was coming up that I couldn't believe was happening, and sending it to people. Like, there was one episode where Joe Exotic and his current, way younger boyfriend, who, this guy is actually gay, the guy he's married to now, so he actually found a real legit gay guy. He didn't try to seduce a straight guy. So he's upgraded to this, this avenue. They are leaving the zoo and just booking it to get away from the trouble they're in. And they're loading this trailer up with some of the tigers. And they're taking a trailer full of tigers of them while they're driving this truck across country. And it cuts to one of the Joe Exotic's music videos that he did before. And the song was referencing saying goodbye. And I'm like, how is this happening? I can't imagine the producer just being like, oh my god, you guys, he made a music video about this song. I know he's lip syncing to somebody else's voice, but we need to cut it into this part.
Nailed it. That's going in.
It's like you have to literally be so emotionally detached and just let the roller coaster go. That's how you had to watch the show.
See, I don't think I could do that though. I don't know.
Yes, if you put too much of yourself invested in it, you will break your brain because the logic is not there with anybody in the show. It's like everybody. It's like the fact that there was. In fact, the scene where there is a zookeeper that worked there has a cigarette hanging out of his mouth while he's filling a gas can around other gas cans is the least illogical thing in that show. Actually felt like more normality that the show had.
No, my brain's broken up. I don't need Tiger King to break it further. Thank you.
I really understand. The only criticism I'm going to say is everybody thinks Joe Exotic needs to be taken out of prison when I think everybody in that show should be in prison for a reason.
Fair enough. No, you could not force me.
That's okay. I did it for you. I did it for everybody. I took it for the team.
Excellent. I can go with that.
You can live through my commentary that I'm giving now and the memes I share.
Excellent. Those are torture enough, and I don't even get those.
My favorite one is Joe Exotic's got this eyebrow ring that it's like so weird. It's like barely there in the skin. And the best meme I saw was my life is hanging on just like his eyebrow ring.
Oh my gosh. I mean, the fact that they did that whole show just makes me wonder how much time these people have on their hands and also what they were smoking.
It's like I would say it's kind of like when you would read a Batman comic book and it makes you feel better for your life because you're not Batman. You don't have all his problems. It's kind of like that. It's that release, except for it's like stuff you wouldn't even imagine happen in real life happening to these group of people. You like maybe once in a while you get like okay situations happen, but it's like continuous insane situations. Like for example, he had his own YouTube channel and he had a producer producing like a reality TV show of his life before this Netflix show happened. And they had, I guess, a studio right there at his zoo, and the building burned down. Burned down. Like everything. Oh,
I'm getting very curious picture of Michael Scott from The Office right now. Or even better, Dwight Schrute from The Office. Either one of those. I'm getting very clear picture.
so the building burns down. And by the way, okay, this is the best part. This building that the studio was in, part of that building was where they had alligators, where they kept them during the winter season. And by chance, those alligators were actually owned by Michael Jackson. This is the stuff I'm talking about that just keeps layering and layering on top of these situations. Anyway, so the footage of the reality TV show, the studio stuff just burnt down, and then Joe's trying to blame on Carol for sending somebody to arson the building, but then people think that Joe did it to hide video of him doing illegal stuff and things like that. It's like it is like one guy who's just sad about the alligators.
That would be neat.
Michael Jackson's alligators. And also this guy sold tigers to like NBA players. Like he knows Shaq and stuff like that. It just gets so bizarre.
So many questions. I have so many questions.
Exactly. This is why it's like you just not you can't think. You're just like I'm on the roller coaster right now. We're going up and down and up and down. And the only thing I can do is go woo as we're going down, and then just hold on while we're going up because I know we're just going to go down again.
I really don't think my brain could cope. You're right.
That's what I think, having so much video production experience that you just kind of learn that you have to detach from some of the stuff you're capturing on camera.
Oh my goodness. The weirdest part is, though, is I'm pretty sure it had like a huge rating, didn't it?
Yes, it was number one on Netflix. I
need
think
to
that's
really
like
get the rating.
because it was released right around the time that the pandemic was causing everybody to work from home.
Mm-hmm. And that would make sense.
And none of such a stuff.
It's almost like
closed.
you did it on purpose.
Probably. There's probably somebody at the White House who's got like a list of different documentaries and Netflix stuff, and they're like, okay, this situation is surreal that it's in real life, so let's throw them the most unbelievable surreal thing to make them feel better about their lives. Release Tiger King.
Right?
I saw it come up on my Netflix when I'd log on, but I just see this photo of this guy with a mullet that's bleached and a weird beard, an eyebrow ring, and he's like has this sequence shirt on, and he's like next to tigers, and it was a badly resolution photo. It was like it had to be like early iPhone type photo quality, and I'm like. And the title's like Tiger King, and I'm like, what the heck? No. And I went to do something else, and then I started seeing the memes on Facebook that people were showing, and I'm just like, all right, you have my interest now. I have to see what this is about.
See, movies have the opposite effect on me. Like, this is ridiculous. There's no way you can make me. I don't know why that is. It just is.
Oh my goodness. And then poor Carol Baskin, that's her name. So she has a tiger rescue. So she gives Joe Exotic a hard time because he has a zoo and he breeds tigers. And where she's a tiger rescue and she wants tiger breeding to be illegal because it's bringing more tigers overpopulated in a country that's not their natural habitat. So, but, okay, hold on to the roller coaster. Our rest here. Carol Baskin started her rescue with her belated husband that was a millionaire, and he went missing, and she inherited everything, and there's a lot of assumptions that she killed him.
That's basically the only thing I got from this thing. The whole Tiger King thing.
And that's like a part of the documentary is like, and people are like, did she do it? Like, did she kill her husband? Like, that's what I think people are obsessed with. And I'm like, man, the only thing I care about are like these tigers are watching this shit show of humans from a cage. They're innocent. They shouldn't be watching this. The tiger's psychology mentality are broken.